What is up? You're watching a hard carry, my endgame player, and old school RuneScape with a daily show on YouTube and some weekday streams on Twitch. And if you're interested in getting better at old school, I invite you to subscribe to the channels and come along for the ride with me. This is a standard learner raid for hard mode Tob. And I always take the lowest KC first for whoever shows up on stream, as long as they meet the minimum requirements. I am on the South Freeze roll here, joined by Thor on the North Freeze roll, Rig 4L on the range roll, Ash on the melee roll, alongside Trizzy also on the melee roll. Um, for Maiden, talk about Maiden really quick. For Maiden, if you've been hit twice in a row, you're going to want to step away to give aggro to someone else, because if you get it 3 times or more, you're going to take extra damage. If you're freezing, you're going to freeze those tomatoes, so long as it does not make you late for the crabs. Speaking of crabs, unlike normal mode, those crabs, if they reach Maiden, will make her attack faster, so we're going to kill them all the way dead. Don't leave them on low HP. And for 30s, we will stay on boss. Freezers will get on boss after freezing their crabs. You can use damage specs to close it out before the crabs reach your early claw specs, or a last ditch chalice spec right before the crabs leak. For North Freeze, that's Thor this raid, you're going to be freezing North 1, then North 2, then South 3, then all the 4s. We will not be cross freezing this raid. You freeze South 3 to catch everything in the clump, if anyone's wondering. After you're done freezing, you can freeze any tomatoes that are rolling around to lock it down, then kill North 1 and North 2 all the way dead, and then help with the clump. For the range roll, that'll be Rig 4L this raid. You're going to Scythe South 1 until it's dead, then stand 5 tiles from the clump, and then chin the clump until it's dead on medium fuse, and then back on boss. We're not stacking this raid, so make sure you do it for 70s and 50s both. For melee DPSs, that's Ash and Trizzy. You're going to be killing North 1 all the way dead, then North 2 all the way dead, and then back on boss for 70s and 50s. If you have any questions about what your role is doing, ask away. Otherwise, you can type R in game. Once everyone types R, we'll pre-pot. On rig. Hardcore R from Smoke Sauce, let's get it! If you want to be in the video, you can always redeem an R. You'll appear in the bottom left here. You celebrate it. Root them on. It's always cool if you're looking back at a raid and you see people rooting you on, you know? R from Non-Abelian. I've been logged in for a long time. Too bad. Well, we're running this raid. We have 25 minutes to make time, and we have 33 minutes on the logout timer. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us in the butt. Ominous foreshadowing. Go ahead and drop your salve and nothing else once you make it into the raid.
Yeah, don't drop a Cerebro.
Don't drop the brews now. You drop things that are untradeable. You don't want people yoinking it. Someone will accidentally take your brew one day, and you'll just be salty. So drop your salve. Awesome. Rangers will stand with me. Everyone else will be on the north. So it means just rig with me this raid. And Thor will be on the north. Thor will be on the north. Yep. Awesome. Let's get in there. Get them all on the very first tick. Do not double spec. Void the blood. After that first blood through, it always spawns a tomato, so I'm going to be looking for it to freeze it on the first tick. Mage Gron, Augram, we're ready to freeze.
Is that all?
Based on the timing here, it should be thawing about right now. So freeze it right away. Keep our DPS safe. Ranger should be throwing chins at the clump. Clump is not dead. Beautiful.
Late.
All freeze force. For a second there, I thought 50s had already spawned. I don't know why. I tried reacting. It was a Finmungus. Remember, don't get hit 3 times in a row. You can wrap around to the other side if you're low HP. Mage gears on, we're ready to freeze.
I got all.
Claw specs if you got them. See if I can take a little pressure off. Chalice spec if you got it. Last ditch spec. See you later, maiden. Go and eat your angler. Grab your salve. Now, I'm going to be quick between rooms because if we want kits, we're measured on total time. I'm sure if you've been watching the stream at all today, you know 2 people have gotten kits already this stream. We can do it. We can
Good.
make time. And we will get
Yes,
kits if we make time. That's how we roll. No, Ben, you got PK'd. 18 prayer. Yeah, 18 off venge is tragic, actually. I kind of was hoping he would hit like a 40, but no dice. You do this little cheeky bow fire. You can only do 1 in hard mode, Tob, because he can turn after 16 ticks, so we don't get to go. See, he would have turned, he would have been cooked. Can enter when he's on the opposite side. He turns more often in hard mode. Down. Oh,
Tragic.
I may have. Oh my goodness, something went horribly wrong. Oh well. Out we go. Try not to tank the stomps. I recommend using your left hand to control the camera, right hand just to control your clicks for movement. This way you never have your middle mouse button held down trying to move the camera and clicking to dodge a hand that's falling at the same time. Kind of pre-move your camera away. He turned. Pre-move your camera around the corner. Oh, someone not wearing a salve. Rig.
Yeah, that was
Rig.
me. Thank you.
Trizzy
Sorry.
caught it.
My bad. He did too.
Down.
That's insane.
He
Got me.
knows what to look for. Make sure you're staying potted here. If you got drained at maiden, think about repotting as well. Last hit, get out. Try not to take the stumps, walk on the opposite side. Backy turn. It's very easy to overextend in hard mode tops. Make sure you're paying attention. He turns more often. I recommend walking along the walls. When you get to a corner, run all the way around the corner. Turn your camera early so you can see hands falling like that so you don't get smacked. Backy turned. Down. Huge. 101. On the side blow closest to leaving. Always be watching your feet at bloat, not your XP drops. Into the chest here, you're going to put your melee amulet back on, and then drop your salve and grab 1 shark. If your agility level is below 60, you can grab a stam. It's not very common to have people with agility levels that low here, by the way. Most people seem to be in the 70s or 80s. Alright, I'll take all the pre-fires from Mage Roll. Thor, you're going to hit things that make it into the room. You'll help out with any roll that falls behind as needed. Rig, you're arranging the whole time. Throw chins during the first demi. Do not participate. Ash, you got the left side of the room. Trizzy, you got the right side of the room. Spam click to go in if you're ever against the door.
Did bring dragon darts this time. compared to
Dragon
last time.
darts.
Yes, I was using amethyst the whole time last time.
Oh no. Yeah, that's okay.
Yes, I know. I got told I was trolling.
In a sense, it is trolling. My
Yeah, for
requirements
sure. No,
don't
100%.
actually have dragon darts, so like I wouldn't really mind. I get that they're not infinite for Iron Man. Although it is end game content. So like where else are you gonna use them, you know? Maybe like for Inferno Pet. Could be good reason. Melee gear on, Scythe, and then Chally. Make sure you're fully potted. Do not swing a limp Scythe. Big arms. That's what I like to see. Northrees, help out inside the room. Hit the big mage coming down the aisle. Make sure you're avenging off cooldown. See a lot of people without venge right now. West is an important pre-fire. So we go for it a lot in these raids. Ends up under the demi boss. People end up Chally. Melee gear on, Scythe then Chally.
Oh no.
Beautiful. zoom out, look at pillar health, use it to help guide your choices. You're gonna go whatever pillar's fallen down first. Pillars are quite well balanced right now. Make life a little tricky for figuring out where you need to go. Just always be hitting something on your side until it looks like one pillar starts dying first. If you do barrage like that, Thor, be very careful that you don't end up getting yourself killed. Reflect damage is a thing, and it hurts.
Mm-hmm.
44 barrage. Gotta take that one. Pillars are getting kind of low. Let's focus pillars, ignore the big guy in the middle. He's gonna drop down here. Southeast pillars are really low. Don't let it fall. Southeast pillar, don't let it fall. Southwest pillar 2. Oh no! Don't let him get it! It's like 1 HP! Alright, we made
He
it.
didn't get it. He didn't get it.
He didn't have it. No shot. Brew up to at least 85 HP while we're recovering here. Then make sure you restore before the ranger starts pot sharing things. I'm gonna have everyone show where they're gonna stand. I'm gonna stand here. Ranger will be
What am I supposed
standing.
to?
Ranger's gonna be standing here. One person stands here. One person stands here. One person stands up here. Whoever gets there first gets it.
Hold on. What am I pot sharing?
This is the range pot. But not yet. Once the
Okay.
demi's dead. Ash's spot's taken. Someone's standing here. So you're gonna pick one of these 2 spots. Ash, that's you can't ping. Ash, you're gonna take this spot northwest. Okay.
Okay.
I'll
Posture the range
go
pot. Great.
right here.
Need a BGS here if anyone has one. Remove for range. Ranged away. Mage in. Mage in. React if it's melee. Remove range out. React if it's melee. Remove range out. Remove mage in. Wherever rig is. Remove range out. Range out. Mage in, mage in, mage in. Cruel. Range out. Mage in. Mage in. Woo. Remove for range. Out, out, out. This is like the most annoying boss when it goes this pattern. In for mage. Out for range. React if it's mage. I think we got it.
Yeah,
Surely.
absolutely. Beautiful.
Good stuff. That tends to be the place where most people struggle a little bit. Venge is the best protection player in the game. Honestly, it is. They see the Venge and they just they just don't hit. I'll be 1-2, Thor 1-3, Rig 2-3, Ash Phil, Trizzy backup. If you are getting there first, it's your spot for the rest of the raid. Encourages you to be quick between rooms. We do want to make time. I missed, which means Ash, please Phil. Ash, go and do a hammer spec. Phil, when you can.
I get a bench.
BGS, sure. If you don't have hammer, that's fine. Last step by recover. Awesome. If you are bottom of orb board on the inside, that would be Trizzy this raid. You're going to be standing on the 3rd row waiting for your team to make some progress. If you're on the outside, wait on the 3rd row until it's no longer red. You're part of the maze and you're connected to it. Once you finish your maze, you can take 1 step north. It'll always connect 1 tile north to the next person's maze. we get balls, we'll be making a sandwich at the place we normally DD for soat. Ash, you're gonna stand here. Rig, you're gonna stand here. Beautiful. Made a sandwich in a video game. GZ.
Didn't get that. You didn't get me that time, bro.
Not that time.
Not that
But that's
time.
the idea. The balls are the buns, and then everyone else in the middle of the sandwich. Good stuff. If we have any more balls, we have to tick eat them.
Yep.
So 2s and 3s should have hammer on. Trizzy's the lowest in orbit on the inside, so they're going to be waiting on the third
Oh.
row.
Oops. Jesus.
And I'm waiting for that third
Go,
row
go,
no
go, go,
more to
go.
be red. You're part of the maze and you're connected to it.
What the fuck? What happened? Someone just went
I think
straight.
someone just yeeted it. Don't
Yeah,
send
someone
out of
just
the
went
maze like
straight.
that. You can't do
Yeah.
alpha on 3 on the inside of the maze
Yeah,
if that's what you were trying to do.
okay.
People each have a segment of the maze, so they'll do their segment when they're connected. Oh,
Ticky.
I may have misclicked. Little ticky, you guys got this. We need hammer specs. Nobody hammer spec'd. Nice.
There's one.
Little claw spec. It's fully reduced. You guys got this. I'm just gonna look at myself in the cage. I'm so
Yeah,
disappointed.
just hang out for a little bit, bro. It's about time
Okay,
you
take a
got a
deep
break,
breath.
bro.
Gotta take some venges.
You're always carrying everybody else, bro. It's time for you to just relax and hang out.
The
You know,
dream.
refill the absorption.
Yeah,
get your
bro.
overload up.
For
I walked
once,
out of the Iron Man.
we get to
I'm a little
carry you,
tired
bro.
now.
You know what I mean? I know, bro.
Let's keep cruising. We
Oh,
got
okay.
chest. You're gonna buy stam first. Then you're gonna buy resource. You have 3 things that restore prayer in your backpack. Then you're gonna buy bruise. If you have extra points, you can buy sharks. If you have extra inventory space, grab stuff off the ground if you can. Enter from the center in hard mode. Beautiful. If you have a BGS, you'll do Scythe BGS. Cover your quadrant. Wherever you were during SOT is your home for the rest of the raid. You will stay in your quadrant for Zarpus.
I got it,
If a
TC.
second one spawns in your quadrant, I will hold it until you can take over. And just stay centered in your quadrant so you're able to make it to any exhumes quickly. Just stand here. Rig, stay up here. Ash, stay down here. That way if one spawns in there, you're able to make it in time. Rig, this is yours.
Yep.
Just stay here. If you get one that spawns on the edge, you'll leak and exhumed if you're moving around. I think it's boring, but take over when you can. Yep, if a second one spawns your quadrant, I'm only going to hold it until you can take over. And then I'll be leaving to go help out the next person. Take over. Good stuff. Awesome. Spec time. You enjoying the tunes there, Goofus? No more specs, no more specs. If you have blowpipe, I think it's more DPS in your setup, Ash. You can use the adversary to blowpipe as well. Just keep pumping damage. You got 50 spec and you didn't use your spec, you can use it. Looks like everyone used it. Rig, you always want to start east or west for Zarpus, otherwise your path from the
Oh,
corner is going to
really?
be really annoying. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's probably why that's like that.
Yeah, like your corner like this is like super annoying, right? You have to like manually figure shit out.
Yeah.
But if you stand
Oh,
east
okay.
or west, you'll never have that problem when you start. When you get to the corners. Keep swinging, Trizzy. We believe.
Yeah,
Oh no! You stop swinging. Oh no!
We got split up.
Ash, do you have a 5-tick weapon? I don't think you do. You may have to 5-tick your whip, basically. If the scythes are 2 ticks apart, you're good. You can just keep swinging, you're fine, actually. Because the scythes are 2 ticks apart. You don't have to do anything special. You could just click and then chill. That's a bit awkward. I thought we were on the
That
same
was my
page,
bad.
Trizzy.
No, we were, but I got scared. I got
You
scared
got scared?
because of the death.
Oh, I didn't inspire enough confidence. Just keep swinging. You'll be fine.
Pretty much, if it's not looking at you, just swing.
He looks at whoever attacked him last, so um, once we've kind of set it up, we're good to go. We don't have to do anything fancy. Let's go back to grab my stuff. Grab the stick if you got room. Into the next room. Go ahead and drop some supplies in your quadrant. It can be spread out as well so that it's easy to pick them up, because she leaves acid on top of tiles and you don't want to be stuck trying to grab something that you can't grab. It goes by orb order for the Dawnbringer here. Mage person, fight is starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Thor, you're picking it up here. Specking our way back to the pillar. Rig 4, I'll pick up the west pillar spec. We're heading east. We have to swing from pillar to pillar in hard mode top. Ash, you're up at the east pillar. Pick it up, spec. We're heading west. Trizzy up at the west pillar, spec. We're heading east. My staff. Yoink. Ooh. HC inspires too much confidence in me. Remember when I heated myself into Inferno? Because he said so. And you figure I would do something that's kind of common sense before blindly following instructions. Oh boy. Range for on, piety on. Sip your sand few to block out poison for the rest of P2. That's why we brought it. Make sure you're potted. And then, yeah. Avoid the crabs. Bit of clumsy pops there. Thanks. Go ahead and move and brew Ash. Don't attack until you're recovered to 85 HP. Might get zapped here. Stay in motion, brew and move, brew and move. Don't have to attack, just stay alive. Of these 4 tiles, those will be our home tiles. We're gonna try to use 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the idea. Try to keep that pattern going. 1, 2, 3, 4. Brew and move. Don't attack to above 85 HP. Just stay alive. You got this. You got this. Brew and move. Recover. Oh, that was really close. I almost perished there. So the zap could have been for me.
Oh, no way. Oh, I stepped in fucking poison. No way.
Awesome. I'll be taking over northeast. Should be alright. We're gonna hit these crabs down a little bit.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Don't sweat it. You got this. Try to stick to those 4 tiles. We can go for skip here probably. Should have enough damage. Got 10 minutes before I get logged out here. So
You guys got this for 10 minutes.
the race is on. Clean taking carries P3. Make sure you're avenging. Those venges off. After the 4th hit, you're going to put your mage weapon on. Hit the crabs when they turn blue. They'll be green and then blue. North crab's dead. Someone one tick the west crab. Good stuff. Position for webs. Get ready for webs. Make sure you're staying fully potted duration of webs. Fully potted. Preserve should be on if you're not using divines. Keep swinging here. If your yellows don't spawn in your corner of the room, you're going to take the ones in the center. So we are at a 4-man right now. Make sure you potted your stam.
Are we waiting or blocking it?
We'll off. Off, off, off. Awesome. Miner in the center. Brew up, restore Super Comet. 3 ticks between yellows. Good try, good try.
Oh.
I didn't give a very clear explanation for that, admittedly.
No, you're good, you're good.
That's a millet.
I'm literally 0 KC here on hard mode top, so.
Honestly,
Watch for the ball if the
You
ball's
did
on
great.
you. Chase a teammate. If the ball's on you, chase a teammate.
That's
my
my bad.
I had to pass the ball there. The melee at the same time was monkus.
that was gnarly. Oh my gosh.
Ball. Spit 2 under attack. Spit 2 into the pog. Spit 2 under attack. Spit 2
Literally.
under attack. Make webs, guys, make webs. I put her in the corner. Give us as much time as we can get. Make webs, make webs, make webs. Be fully potted. Super combat up. Every swing counts. Sip your stam. We're gonna claw north, run to the corner, then go through and attack. Claw north, run to the corner, through and attack. To the corner, through and attack. Rinse and repeat, through and attack. Spit 2 under attack.
Chat.
See you later.
You guys
The
are
learner's
chads.
putting her in the
We made time
pog.
too.
Poggers, thank y'all.
No, we didn't make time. 12 seconds.
No.
No.
No way.
way.
12 seconds?
So close.
Oh my
Oh
god.
man, we almost had it. Damn. I think it could have been any number of
take
things we could have
responsibility
found that
for
would have made it go a
I'm
little
so
smoother.
sorry.
Hey, she got first KC though.
That is true. It's
Hey,
a
you
first
did get that
KC.
first
We
KC.
celebrate these.
That's tight.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
you
close.
are.
We line up, take pictures for these. We got the scrapbook channel, you know,
Have
the
to.
hard mode top completers. We celebrate these. Line up, line up. You'll be in the center right here, Ash, and then we'll all stand aside. And pick your favorite emote, whatever you think is the best for the camera.
Oh.
Rig over here trying to get his
Sorry.
spot, not
I
having
wa-
a great time.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
already picture time. Already, we
Oh,
got
shit.
a beautiful picture here. We'll say GZ Ash. Oh, Ash. First KC HMT. 12 seconds off time.
My god, 12 seconds. Just needed a couple more side swings in there before I died.
It could be a couple swings potted. It could be a Zarpus death. It could be any number of things. Like it was really close. I made some mistakes myself. I could have played so much better that raid. But we always take a moment to reflect on the raid after on this stream. So First things first, do you guys have any questions about the raid? Do you all have any questions about the raid, or are there any mechanics that maybe weren't well explained for your first KC there? Ashley, you want me to kind of go over again so you can understand them better?
Yeah, I just feel like I need to get used to the P2, the four-way, and all that. That's it.
Yeah, the square is a kind of tricky movement to get used to. Great job with Nilo Bus, by the way. A lot of people tend to struggle with that their first couple KC. It seems like you had the idea down. You were pre-moving for it and getting the press quite quickly, so that kept the team safe. And
Yeah.
it's generally
I was
speaking
just
one of the hardest
nervous.
parts. Um, for P2, the whole idea for it, just making sure that this makes sense. If Verzik's up here and you were on like this corner, right? Something like this. If
Mm-hmm.
Verzik was here. So what you're gonna be thinking is you click to attack Verzik. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? You'll always use these tiles sequentially. I recommend doing them either clockwise or counterclockwise, whatever works for
Mm-hmm.
you. And this way, the pattern is always like the same for where the acid is. So you don't have to try and think about, okay, well, where's it going to be clear next? So you don't have like two things to think about. It's just like, oh, I click in a square, I go in a pattern, 1, 2, 3, 4. Uh, of course, if you get bounced or things go wrong, like then you just have to recover. I recommend trying to stay out of your square while you recover, so you can like do some kind of movement like this on the outside of your square while you're brewing up or something. And the second that
Yeah.
you're ready to go back swinging on Verzik, you just jump in cycle, wait for the cue to swing your whip, and then you click to attack when it's safe, and then you're back in cycle. You can keep going. Um, that kind of pattern. It's just a pattern, right? You pick up a lot of other pieces of content in the game, like a blob
Mm-hmm.
flick an inferno with like a major or something. You just like you learn the pattern after you do it a few times. It'll
Yeah.
come with reps. It'll make sense. And as you're saying, you just need more practice with it. 100% will come with practice. You got this. For any other questions about the raid?
Mm, nah, it was pretty straightforward. Did pretty good explaining most of it, yeah.
I'm gonna quickly run through the rooms so people get feedback for to really get an idea of what I thought of it. For Maiden, we stepped in a lot of blood compared to a typical raid. Just make sure we're
Yeah.
pre-moving away from the blood. That'll keep us a little safer and make Maiden go a little quicker.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Crabs were dying for the most part, which is good. For bloat, we had a couple hands happen at bloat. Always make sure you're pre-moving your camera around the corner because those are the hands that are the hardest to dodge usually. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and keeping that left mouse free, not using the middle mouse to turn your camera will actually save you a bloat more often than you'd think. I used to use my middle mouse button. I no longer use it because it actually does get me killed.
Oh
For
no, I was using my left hand.
no worries. For it's not just directed at you, by the way. This is for the whole raid.
Oh
So
yeah.
just making sure you don't feel like I'm like just roasting you or something.
No, I don't
uh,
feel
for
roasted.
for Nilo waves were actually great. And there's one thing I want to point out for Nilo boss when we had really solid waves. The third demi boss at Nilo's wave 30 is when it spawns. If the pillars are in great condition, then we can actually take a swing or two on it. Um, the waves were mostly good. We had one pillar that got really low, so in this case we probably couldn't have swung on it, or we would have been punished if we did swing on it. But I wouldn't have faulted anyone if they did think they could swing on it because the pillars were actually looking pretty good at the time that it fell. Um, it's just that one pillar got absolutely hammered in the last couple waves. For the southwest pillar was like 2%, I think, at the end. Um, that's a small optimization that would save a little bit of time. The Nilo boss execution was clean. We would have saved time if we had done two pile, but of course, if you're learning hard mode top, I never start anyone with two pile because you need to know that method in case people die. If you were doing two pile and people die, you need to be able to revert to that method. For uh, uh, for Soditseg, I just didn't pray against an orb, I guess, and died. I don't know. I guess I'm getting
It'd
tired.
be like that.
We've been live for 5 hours, 55 minutes or something. Maybe I'm cooked. I'm going to bed after this one anyway. For for yeah, for so the maze was fine for the most part. Thor, you instantly sent your part of the maze to the second person. In an experienced team, that's mostly fine. But if you're ever in an LFR setting and you do that, and the person lowest in orb order follows you, then you have a very high chance of actually killing your team if someone who's third in the maze is a little bit behind because they'll get hit by the NATO and you'll lose that segment of the maze. Just be careful for that.
Yeah, it's my
If
bad.
you're an alpha, no, it's not like you're doing a mistake. It's like it's fine in a more experienced team. It's just be careful for that in an LFR setting because you could get caught accidentally killing a teammate who's less experienced. For Zarpus, we had I think a swing on a Screech right when he turned. Just make sure you wait for him to turn away and then swing. And most importantly, stay in your quadrant, wherever quadrant you own. If someone else is in your quadrant and they're not the person who's floating, which in this case was me, you need to tell them to screw off, like, or don't swing until like they realize how they're about to cause a dangerous problem for someone. If Odds are it's probably my fault for not calling out that someone was in the wrong quadrant. It's important that you stay in the same quadrant. Wherever you were at SOT is wherever you are at Zarpus, is wherever you are at P2, is wherever you are at Yellows. That stays the same in hard mode Tob. In normal mode, it's not as strict. I'm disconnected from the server. Average. I'm logging back in because I don't want to show my login screen for the video. But for um, for P1 went fine. I think. I don't think anything went wrong P1. I'm still getting used to that new thing with the pre-fires, the saying being all smoothed out. It feels wrong. I can't tell that my weapon's actually firing. Sure, I'll salute with y'all. Where's the there it is. For P2, beyond just the reps for practice with the movement, there was like a single cabbage situation. I think for Rig you got hammered.
Bad.
The question I'd ask you is if you like were to watch back, were you sitting above 85 HP or were you being a little greedy? And the question,
I was being greedy.
being a
Not
little
gonna lie.
greedy.
I was sitting at
Vers
65.
yeah, Vers is gonna show you what's good if you don't sit above 85. It's not worth it. The only time that I encourage people to start going below 85 is when they're actually trying for speed and they're like, have specific windows when they can eat. So it's the transition between P1 to P2, the transition from P2 to P3, or eating like one hard food during a red skip during this like the second round of reds if they didn't get a one down reds. Um, there's like windows you can eat and like during yellows for instance. Those are all windows when you can eat without losing any DPS and like whatnot. If you're trying to be greedy, that's when you would be very particular about your food. In hard mode Tob, especially in LFR settings, you want to stay above 85 HP the entirety of P2 if unless you're like in a very experienced team and everyone is like on the same page and they're okay with that risk. Because getting knocked out early in the fight and not being there to swing the scythe during P3, that's a big pain for the clear rate, right? It's gonna be rough. But it's not there to roast you or something again. It's like that's a common mistake. People will be a little too greedy and they'll get punished hard for it. The crabs and the cabbages and all the damage that she does does not mess around in hard mode. It does a lot of damage. Um, then P3 P3 was mostly okay. We had a chain melee, like 3 melees in a row, I think, at one point. It could have been could have been the end. We got quite humble melees. But like I always say at the beginning of P3, clean tanking carries P3. Mistakes happen, of course. People lag, people make nervous mistakes. It's totally fine. But as you're thinking about what could you do to make your raid clear rate higher, clean tanking P3. If you're finding you're getting meleeed, heading to entry mode with a bronze pickaxe and just like grinding it out for a few hours to really master it, you'll find great reward in that when you come to do actual LFR and like hard mode. Outside of those couple of things, I think Ash, you're going for yellows there. Just make sure you understand the timing for them is 3 ticks between yellows, and there's a yellow aura around your character once the ball is like kind of been consumed, and you're able to move to the next one. So you could use that as your cue to click if you're not sure what your cue is and you're still kind of adjusting to the content. Just try looking for it if that's not what you were looking for last time, or if there's just like an accident or a mistake, or it happens. No worries. And then for the webs, we had tornadoes out and webs. We had a good example of attempting pog tank out of webs alongside getting all of the tick fill. So if you wanted to see an example of what that looks like, you could always check the VOD back for that. It's a great way to get a lot of extra damage out. So that's cool. You also have bunny hopping. What's this? What?
Bunny hop, man.
The
Bunny
cape
hop.
has
Do
such
it.
a beautiful flutter animation. What the
You
hell?
like
They
that?
really
It's
invested in the
Bro, it's like the Zarp. It's like the Versic tail, the little lobster tail when
This
she
guy like
flops.
the cape literally curls up at the end. That's unbelievable. You're all synced up. Just all right.
It's so good.
I'm just gonna sit down. I don't have this emote, man.
You don't got. Oh, you didn't do the Easter
I
event.
did it on my
Oh
Iron Man. I
no.
did it on my Iron Man.
Oh.
Oh no, you all just
It's
bunny
so good.
hopping. I should make this I should make this like this like screenshot for the video. Honestly, hang on.
You should.
You got this.
Rubbing her little noses and everything. Literally same tick.
There's some dude in like full oath plate like Max. It's like running out in the background. They just see us all penny hopping over here. Oh, what a funny experience. What a sight. Um, yeah,
Thank you
that's
for the kit today, my boy. Appreciate it.
thanks for the no shot. Yeah,
Thank
no
you for
worries.
teaching me. I got a lot of notes written down from that.
Yeah, I do upload these to YouTube. The VODs are also always like free and accessible on Twitch. I don't lock them behind any paywall or anything 'cause I don't want it to be
Heck
gate kept, you know. So if you have questions, by the way, or if like you watch something back, or if you find a problem in your own raids, don't be afraid to reach out. Always happy to do that. Wrap up the video here. Unless you guys have any other questions about the raid that were inspired from my spiel.
No, my man, until I am at a high enough KC where I get kicked out, I will be here.
You legend. And if you ever do show up at higher KC to help people out, that's always welcome too. Um, Sometimes I get people super high KC show up when I don't have a full team, and they'll showcase some pretty cool content. So maybe one day that could be you.
Hopefully.
Anyway, shout out to all you tobbers who liked the video. I like you. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Probably take it on the theater. Good luck. I wish you good raids. We'll catch you in the next one.